Just north of the Golden Gate Bridge, nestled in the Mount Tamalpais Valley, lies Marin County, California, one of the most beautiful and richest counties in the country. About 250,000 people live here, and more than 50,000 of them could be experiencing hunger.
Okay, let me get you another bag.
The San Francisco Marin Food Bank defines hunger as a consistent lack of food to meet basic nutritional needs. Hunger is also called food insecurity, anxiety over the ability to obtain enough food to meet basic needs.
When I hear stories of people here who are struggling with hunger, when I see it with my own eyes, when I hear about seniors having to choose between food and medication here in the county, when I hear and see with my own eyes children coming to school without breakfast or lunch, it just breaks my heart.
I was born and raised in Marin, here in Fairfax specifically, and I would say I guess maybe I had my blinders on. I didn't realize that there was a lot of that out here. This is kind of a wealthy community, so I didn't realize that there's as much as there is out here.
Poverty is one of those hidden issues in the county, and it's one of those issues that we don't want to admit that we have as a county, because it would sort of require something to be done about it, some drastic way of changing the status quo to sort of make sure that everybody has access to everything that is needed for sort of basic living.
Here are some of the numbers. In 2014, the average annual household income in Marin was just under $95,000. A single-family detached home averages $1 million. That's almost $800,000 more than the national average. For less fortunate residents, million-dollar homes aren't even part of the conversation. Their worry is more basic, where their next meal will come from.
There's a lot of wealthy and a lot of poor. There's the two extremes. There's not much in the middle. The middle class is pretty much gone in the whole United States, especially here. I saw an article in the paper the other day. If you want a one-bedroom apartment, you need to make $65,000 a year. Well, I make about 12.
I didn't used to need this. I used to work, and I was a bit of a workaholic, ran my own company, never dreamed I'd be in this spot. And at the time, I thought I understood what other persons went through. I thought I was compassionate, and I really didn't have a clue.
Ritter Center is a nonprofit organization located in the heart of downtown San Rafael. For 30 years, it has provided a full range of services for low-income and at-risk families, including housing, health care, clothing, and food. The food pantry here is open 40 hours a week. It distributes more than 27,000 bags of groceries to more than 2,000 families each year. Many of these families face a dilemma each month: pay the rent or put food on the table.
The demand has grown so much in 30 years. I think we see 5,000 people a year. It's pretty significant.
Poverty is a big deal in the county, and food is one of those issues that a lot of families struggle with. When a big portion of their income goes towards rent, there isn't really much money left for groceries.
Several times a week we get extraordinary donations of really fresh, often organic produce. And those are our biggest donation days. People know when that's coming in, and they line up, and they're willing to wait.
Here I get clean food. I know where it came from, and I can compare it, and I can actually live. I don't have to make a choice between food or medicine.
I think they're doing a fabulous job. It's been a blessing for me, having a limited income, to know that there's a place to go on a regular basis to stock up on food.
Let's get you a fresh bag, huh?
The difficulty I've observed is that some people who need the help, perhaps the most, are too freaked out or too isolated or too timid to get here and take advantage of the program.
Wednesdays are our busiest days. We get a huge delivery from the food bank, and then our core group of volunteers shows up around 8:30, and they work real hard to bring all the groceries in, and by 9 o'clock we're ready to go, and there's usually a huge line of people waiting to come in and get some food.
People are kind of excited to see what there is. They know each other from coming here week after week. We know them. They get to choose what food, they get to sort of see what's in the food pantry, and it feels good. It feels really optimistic. And every Wednesday, there's no shortage of people who say, hey, listen, I want to make sure you know that this really helps. This really helped me.
The food pantry distributes between 4,000 to 5,000 pounds of food on Wednesday and Friday alone. Ritter's food supply comes from multiple sources, the majority from the San Francisco Marin Food Bank. Others include Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, and many small local businesses. The center also holds fundraisers throughout the year and receives regular support from donors, some of whom have supported the pantry for the past 30 years.
After I had a bad accident and became ill a bit, I didn't have anything to eat. And it's a comfort when we come here because we're not alone. We're a bit of an odd family, and it works till something better comes along.
It's like a big load this time. Thank you very much.
Got it, no problem.
All righty.
Got a little produce, a little dairy, a couple milks, a couple crackers.
Wonderful.
ExtraFood.org serves Marin's nonprofits by picking up extra food from restaurants, grocery stores, farmers markets, and other local businesses, and delivering it to nonprofits that feed the hungry. Marv Zauderer is founder and executive director.
We created Extra Food, a nonprofit food recovery program here in the county. What we do is we pick up donations of excess fresh food and planned donations. Our volunteers pick up those donations and deliver them immediately to any one of 55 nonprofit sites in the county that get food here to people who need it.
I've been volunteering for ExtraFood.org for about 4 months now. So I went on Google, said food pickup and delivery, charity, Marin County. First one that came up was Extra Food. I was thrilled. I volunteer because not only does it make me feel good, but it helps others. I firmly believe that people need to have food. They need to eat. And I never realized how many people were underprivileged in that regard in Marin.
Extra Foods approached us about hunger in Marin, and that they're always looking for someone to donate some stuff, and we talked about it, and we felt like there was a good opportunity to help the community out and donate some food and get some people that can't afford food a little more food on their plate.
We're off. Two of the aspects that I enjoy the most is seeing the reactions to people's when I pick up the food, as well as those receiving it. Kitchen straight ahead, correct? Yes. Here we go. All right. Lead the way. I've lived here since 1985 and never really understood the need for food.
What you saw with Hank today is so typical of what we've found with our volunteers here who are working on helping to solve the problem of hunger and the problem of food waste here in the county. Hank is someone who is just incredibly generous with his time and somebody who wants to make a difference.
That's it.
For Extra Food, our first step is in creating and expanding and growing this circle of sharing. That it becomes a way of life, it becomes part of the heartbeat of community life for businesses with extra food to donate it, for volunteers who've got a little time free to pick it up and deliver it, for nonprofit food programs in this county to integrate food donations into the way they plan and execute their food programs here. That this can be a circle of sharing that is renewable and outlives all of us.
San Geronimo Valley Community Center is located in a rural part of Marin County. Its senior lunch program targets seniors who find themselves in need of food assistance each month. Every Monday and Thursday, the center opens its doors to seniors for an afternoon meal that is prepared and delivered by Good Earth, the locally owned grocery store.
This is very indicative of the story of hunger in Marin. People think that there is no such thing, but it just isn't true. We have a lot of working families, people who have never had to ask for help before, and they come in here and they're kind of freaked out because they've never had to ask for help before. And so I've trained the staff to make it a pleasant experience for them so that they can come here and not feel any worse than they do about being freaked out about not having food.
Do you like all different kinds of fruit?
Oh, of course, yeah.
People have their favorites. And oranges.
Do you want to put an orange slice in there? Excellent.
I'm having roast chicken, baked beans, coleslaw, and a lovely green salad.
It's delicious with cornbread and beans, chicken, and chopped up fruit, and excellent salad.
Our society has become really quite polarized in many respects, and there's great disparities in income, especially in Marin County. What we know is true nationally, I think, is really even more apparent in Marin, which is one of the wealthiest counties in the entire country, and yet we know that there are people who are homeless, there are people who are living on the edge, who have many insecurities so far as their health and well-being.
There's a lot of wealthy and a lot of poor. You know, there's the two extremes. There's not much in the middle. The middle class is pretty much gone in the whole United States, especially here.
San Geronimo Community Center has served Valley residents since 1969. Staff and volunteers serve more than 500 families a month, more than 4,000 meals a year.
The main entrees differ each week, but they're always good with something to go with it. And then, of course, the big, huge salads and fruits and vegetables. It's stuff that I can't buy at the store all the time, other than when I go to the food bank after the lunch, and then I get a lot of fruits and vegetables. You know.
I think it's amazing how much need there is. And out here we have some regulars. I've known the same folks for 5-6 years who come every week and get a really hearty meal, and I'm not sure how much they get through the week. So it's like a real warm, hot meal every week that way, and it's kind of surprising for Marin County to be as rich and prosperous as it is, and yet there's pockets of people who are in great need.
How does it make you feel personally?
Yeah, a little bit, I feel a little guilty sometimes. You know, it's like we're so lucky to have so much, and maybe that's why I love to volunteer here.
So the food pantry allows people to come and pick up quite a lot of wonderful fresh fruits and vegetables, basic needs like cereal, oatmeal. Everybody needs help these days. For me, to see the need is heartbreaking, because when I see that there is so much abundance in the world and it's not shared, it really touches for me what is a very essential part of what I believe in. To be able to help even in this small amount by having working here at the community center, where we're able to really be in touch with people, and it isn't just an impersonal kind of experience. We get to be part of the community. We are part of the community, and so even though it's just a little bit of a help, at least it's moving, you know, it raises my own consciousness.
Talking about the awkward feeling of, I don't want to be here, I'm too good for this, I don't belong in this environment, and then growing through the change of recognizing, well, these are good people, and we're good people, and this is just the reality we're going through at the moment.
It makes me feel good. I know that we're giving back to the community. We're helping people that can't afford some food or very little food get a little more food, whether it's for themselves or their kids, some more. So, you know, it's a community thing as well as helping fight hunger at the same time.
Without being able to get the groceries, I most likely wouldn't be seeing my doctors. I wouldn't be getting the help that I can. I'd go back to my car.
Food is only food until it's shared. And that's a big part of what we're doing here too.
When all is said and done, the things that make you happy are not having a brand new car. You can't hug a brand new car, but you really can hug another person and feel like you helped, and it's extraordinary.
Together, Marin's volunteers and nonprofits are making a difference in the lives of the estimated 50,000 people who need a bag of groceries or a meal. Any series of events, losing a job, an unexpected illness, or a divorce, can instantly change a person's life. While today's economy has improved, that improvement has not trickled down to the most needy. This is certain. It would be a very regrettable mistake to think it could never happen to you.